Hello, friends, and welcome back. Today, I want to talk about something every one of us experiences at some point, and that is fear. You see, fear can show up in many ways. We may fear the future, we may fear failure, fear rejection, fear sickness, or even fear the unknown. Sometimes fear can become so loud that it drowns out our peace. So, what does God say about fear? The Bible doesn't ignore fear. In fact, many of God's people experience fear, yet over and over again, God reminds us that we do not have to live controlled by it. So one of my favorite verses is found in the book of Isaiah. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. Isaiah 41, verse 10. So notice that God doesn't say he will never face difficult situations. Instead, he promises his presence in the middle of them. So when we are afraid, we can remember that we are not facing our struggles alone. God is with us every step of the way. Another powerful verse is, "For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but the power of love and of sound mind." 2 Timothy 1 verses 7. So fear often tells us that we are powerless. God's word tells us something different. Through him, we have strength, love, and the ability to think clearly even during their challenging seasons. So fear wants us to focus on everything that could go wrong, but faith encourages us to focus on the one who holds everything together. So I think one reason fear grows so quickly is because we spend so much time thinking about our problems and so little time remembering God's promises. So when Peter stepped out of the boat to walk towards Jesus, he was doing fine until he focused on the wind and the waves around him. The moment his attention shifted from Jesus to the storm, fear took over. So how often do we do the same thing? We look at our circumstances instead of looking to God. So the good news is that when fear shows up, we don't have to pretend we're strong. We can bring our fears directly to God. Psalms 56 verse 3 says, "When I am afraid, I put my trust in you." I love that verse because it doesn't say if I'm afraid. It says when I'm afraid. Okay? Fear may visit us, but it doesn't have to stay. We can pray. We can open up God's word. And we can remind ourselves of his faithfulness. We can trust one step at a time. So if you're facing something scary today, whether it's a health concern or maybe a financial challenge, a family situation, or some uncertainty about your future, remember this: God sees you, he knows what you're facing, and he is with you. And God is faithful. Fear may tell you that you're alone, but God's words tells you that he will never leave you nor forsake you. So as we close, I want to encourage you today to take one fear that you've been carrying and just bring it before God. Pray about it, surrender it to him, and ask him to replace your fear with his peace. So let's choose faith over fear and trust over worry. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me today. So if this message encouraged you, I hope you'll join me again as we continue learning about God and growing in faith together. Until the next time, take care and God bless.